As we delve into the mind of a serial killer, it's easy to be captivated by their charisma and charm. Ted Bundy, one of the most infamous serial killers in American history, was known for his good looks, charisma, and quick wit. He would often pose as a detective or a lawyer to gain the trust of his victims, using his charm to lure them into his trap. But what's even more unsettling is that these manipulators are not just limited to physical tactics. They also have an uncanny ability to read people, to understand their deepest fears and desires. Bundy was known to have a photographic memory, which allowed him to recall every detail of his crimes, including the smallest details about his victims. Dennis Rader, also known as the BTK killer, bind, torture, kill, used his knowledge of his community's dynamics to evade detection for over 30 years. He would often send letters and cryptic messages to the police, taunting them with his cleverness. It was only when he was caught in 2005 that it became clear just how far he had manipulated those around him. The statistics are staggering. According to the FBI, serial killers are responsible for approximately 1% of all murders committed annually in the United States, but account for over 25% of all media coverage. This skewed attention highlights a deeper fascination with these individuals and their manipulation tactics. As we explore the psychology behind their actions, we're forced to confront the darker aspects of human nature. The question remains: what drives an individual to become a serial killer? Is it a combination of genetic predisposition and environmental factors, or is there something more sinister at play? Serial killers have long been a subject of morbid fascination for the public, with their calculated demeanor and charismatic charm often leaving investigators baffled. The question that haunts us all is what drives these individuals to commit such heinous crimes, and how do they manage to evade detection for so long? One of the most significant factors contributing to a serial killer's success lies in their ability to manipulate others. Ted Bundy, for instance, was notorious for his charm and good looks, which allowed him to lure numerous victims into his clutches. He would often pose as a police officer or a photographer to gain the trust of his unsuspecting victims. Bundy's manipulation tactics were not unique, however. Dennis Rader, known as the BTK killer, used his position as a respected member of his community to maintain a facade of normalcy while secretly committing atrocities. He would often send cryptic letters and codes to the police, taunting them with his cleverness. Research suggests that serial killers are often highly intelligent individuals who use their cognitive abilities to outsmart investigators. A study by Dr. Robert Hare found that 38% of incarcerated serial killers had an IQ above 140, while 24% had a high school diploma or higher. This combination of intelligence and charm makes them particularly adept at manipulation. Their ability to manipulate is also linked to their capacity for empathy, which may seem counterintuitive given the nature of their crimes. While they can easily empathize with their victims' suffering, this emotional intelligence allows them to play on the emotions of those around them, from family members to investigators, in order to evade capture. The statistics are chilling. According to the FBI, over 50% of serial killers are married or have been married at some point in their lives. Their ability to maintain relationships and appear normal while harboring such dark secrets is a testament to their manipulative prowess. As we delve deeper into the psychology of these individuals, it becomes clear that manipulation is not just a means to an end but an integral part of who they are. Their ability to deceive and manipulate has been honed over years, often beginning in childhood or adolescence when they first develop the skills necessary for their later crimes. The next section will explore the developmental factors that contribute to a serial killer's formation, including family dynamics, social isolation, and early experiences with violence. As we delve deeper into the minds of serial killers, it becomes increasingly clear that their manipulation tactics are a crucial aspect of their crimes. One of the most striking examples is Ted Bundy, who confessed to killing over 30 young women during the 1970s. What's fascinating about Bundy's case is not only his brazen and calculated approach to murder but also his remarkable ability to present himself as a charming and trustworthy individual. Bundy's manipulation tactics were honed through years of practice, and he would often use his charisma to gain the trust of his victims. He would pose as a college student or a police officer, using his good looks and charm to lure women into his trap. But what's particularly chilling about Bundy is that he was not just content with committing his crimes in private. He would often take Polaroid photographs of his victims after they were dead, which he later used to taunt the police. Bundy's case highlights a disturbing trend among serial killers: their ability to present themselves as normal and even likable individuals. This is evident in the likes of Dennis Rader, also known as the BTK killer, who was a respected member of his community and a church leader before being caught for the murder of 10 people over a period of 30 years. What's particularly interesting about serial killers like Bundy and Rader is that they often have a remarkable ability to read people and situations. They understand how to present themselves in a way that makes them appear trustworthy, and they use this knowledge to manipulate others into doing their bidding. But what drives these individuals to commit such heinous crimes? Research suggests that many serial killers are motivated by a desire for control and power over others. For Bundy, it was about exerting control over his victims' bodies and lives. For Rader, it was about asserting dominance over the community in which he lived. It's worth noting that while these individuals may appear charming and likable on the surface, they are often hiding a deep sense of insecurity and inadequacy. This can lead to feelings of resentment and anger towards others, which can eventually boil over into violent behavior. The psychological profile of serial killers is complex and multifaceted, but one thing is clear: their manipulation tactics are a critical aspect of their crimes. By understanding how they operate and what drives them, we may be able to better prevent such tragedies from occurring in the future. As we continue to peel back the layers of serial killers' manipulation tactics, it's clear that their ability to deceive and manipulate others is rooted in a complex interplay between psychological makeup, life experiences, and social environment. Research suggests that many serial killers exhibit symptoms of antisocial personality disorder, characterized by a lack of empathy, impulsivity, and a tendency to engage in manipulative behavior. A study on 36 male serial killers found that nearly 70% had been victims of childhood abuse or neglect, often at the hands of family members. This early trauma can instill a sense of detachment from others, making it easier for individuals to rationalize violence and exploitation. The case of Dennis Rader, also known as the BTK killer, is a striking example. Despite his outward appearance as a devoted husband and father, Rader's letters to the police revealed a deep-seated need for control and attention. Other serial killers, like Ted Bundy, have been found to exhibit high levels of intelligence and charisma, often leveraging these traits to groom victims and gain their trust. In fact, research suggests that up to 80% of serial killers possess above-average intelligence quotient (IQ) scores, with some estimates placing the average IQ of a serial killer at around 130. This dichotomy between intellectual ability and moral depravity raises questions about the nature of evil itself. Is it simply a product of genetic predisposition or environmental factors? Or is there something more sinister at play? The answers lie in the intricate dance between biology, psychology, and sociology that underpins these complex individuals. By examining the specific tactics employed by serial killers, we can begin to unravel the web of manipulation that enables them to evade detection for so long. As we delve deeper into this topic, it becomes increasingly clear that understanding the psychology of serial killers is not merely a matter of academic curiosity, it has real-world implications for law enforcement and victim support services. By identifying common patterns and red flags, authorities can develop more effective strategies for prevention and intervention. Furthermore, shedding light on the darker aspects of human nature can serve as a cautionary tale, reminding us that even the most seemingly ordinary individuals can harbor extraordinary levels of darkness within. As we delve deeper into the psychology of serial killers, a disturbing pattern begins to emerge. Their ability to manipulate and deceive others is not only a means to an end but also a hallmark of their calculated and methodical approach to crime. One such individual, Dennis Rader, known as the BTK killer, exemplifies this phenomenon. Rader's crimes span over 3 decades,